Hi everybody, welcome to Dudley's Crochet, aka Julia, and today's episode is Things We're Making Thursday, Things We're Making Thursday, Things We're Making Thursday, yeah. And that jingle was made by Jess and her husband at J Hook Magic. But before I get into that, I'm going to read the devotional for today. And it says, Wisdom about Work. Sluggers do not plow in season, so at harvest time they look but find nothing. Do not love sleep, or you will grow poor. Stay awake, and you will have food to spare. Food gained by fraud tastes sweet, but one ends up with a mouthful of gravel. A fortune made by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor and deadly snare. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 4. 13, 17, and then Proverbs 21, verse 6. Have you somewhat to do tomorrow? Do it today. Up, sluggard, and waste not life. In the grave will be sleep enough. Sloth, like rust, consumes faster than labor wears, while the key is always bright. No gains without pains. Poor Richard, a.k.a. Benjamin Franklin, shared these thoughts on his work in the Almanac, published from 1732 to 1758. And King Solomon addressed the same theme in the 10th century BC. Apparently, human nature hasn't changed much. Perhaps the key to living wisely is to live your life for your audience of one. Do all that you do with the goal of honoring and pleasing God. Then being a sluggard or a fraud or a liar won't even be issues. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about what Things We're Making Thursday is. It's a collab that was started last year, and I joined in February. And last year, everybody the creators picked one pattern, and everybody worked on the same pattern. But this year, it's been changed up a little bit. We have like topics or categories for each month. Last month was slippers, and this month is blankets. And I will put the whole list in the description box if you would like to join. Just do hashtag Things We're Making Thursday, TWTM. That way we can watch your videos if you make videos. If not, any one of us that does Things We're Making Thursday would be glad to show your projects. But for my blankets, I started like 2 blankets. Now, my knit blanket, I've been working on and showing it to you as my WIP. But I'm going to show it on today's video also. But the one that I've just been showing for Things We're Making Thursday is a chevron blanket. And it is by Tia at Calm Creations. And I will link her in the description box. But I added, let me find the stitch marker here. There we go. I went from the stitch marker here all the way up to the red. So I've added 2 colors from last week. So you put it in half. Maybe I can show you all the colors. There we go. The red, I got this at a thrift store. It's called Love Knit Luxury Knitting Yarn. And there's no dye lot. That's what it looks like. It's a vintage yarn. But we got it for $1. It was a whole skein. So I've got the red, and the fuchsia in the blue. And there's the like a mustard green color, and a light rose color, and a dark gray, and a peach. And there's a purple, and a darker peach, and a blue. And this is another, it looks the same color as the other one, but the other one's a little bit darker. And then I started with the white. So that's the way it's looking for now. And it's cutting kind of long. It is 26 inches, and I'm going to have to do it to 70 inches. So I might not get it done this month. I'm going to try to, but as you can see, I'm wearing my gloves. Arthritis is bothering me today. So I've been crocheting all morning, and I just got so much pain right in here. So I think I'm going to change up and go back to knitting. And then I'll go back to crochet tomorrow and try to work on this blanket. But it is getting quite long. So long that I can't hold it all the way up for y'all to see it. So I'm happy with how that's turning out. And then I'm going to show my blanket. I showed it, my knit blanket. I showed it yesterday. I haven't done any more, but I'm going to be working on it here in a little bit. So I've got the tomato color and the fuchsia color, and I added that green color that's in the crochet blanket. I think what I'm going to do is, like, whatever I had left over out of the crochet blanket, I'm going to put in my knit blanket. And it'll be a scrappy knit blanket, but it has meaning. So I just want you to see that. I'm not very fast at knitting, but it don't seem to hurt my hands when my arthritis is bothering me. So if I don't get these blankets done, I know I want the knit, but the crochet blanket, if I don't get it done, I will keep showing it as a WIP and work on next month's project with this, which is bags. So I will be doing that. I'll just be alternating it. So let's see. I had to write down notes so I don't forget what I'm telling. So I did all that. And then I want to remind you on my community page, if you go under there, there's a post that I put under there. If you know of a channel, or if your channel needs a shout out, just leave the person's name and their channel, and I will check them out for next Tuesday shout outs. If I don't get any, then I will pick some that I can find. But I wanted y'all to be part of this if y'all know anybody that needs help growing their channel. I know I've had quite a few people help me, and I'm getting closer and closer to the half monetization. So I just want to help other people. And as always, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and just have fun. And I will see you for tomorrow's episode, which is Show and Tell Friday.